Number 8 is Oregon. Jumping Oregon is Texas Tech. Now, this is not because Oregon had a very close game at Iowa in the cold snow and won on a game-winning field goal, 18-16. I expected that to happen. I am not going to take away from Oregon because of that. That's not why I'm doing it. I am doing it because Texas Tech looked so much more impressive than any other Big 12 team that they don't get the media bias that they deserve. They don't get the media recognition, more accurately put, than that they deserve. Texas Tech could arguably be number 6 on this list, ahead of Ole Miss. But because if they were undefeated, they would be number 6. But they lost that game with the backup. I know, I've already covered it, like the missed opportunities that they had and how well the defense played, and all things considered, and the time of possession differential. Texas Tech has looked uncomparable to the rest of the Big 12. Let's just put it that way. They've blown out every competitor on their list. So I expect them to win the Big 12 championship. And then some of these teams in front of them, number 6, Ole Miss, number 5, Georgia, and number 4, Alabama. 3 of those teams, they could drop a game. Georgia has a tough game at home versus Texas. Thankfully, it's at home. Alabama has a tough game at home versus Oklahoma. That's a tough game. And Ole Miss checks notes. I'm telling you, there's just so much. Ole Miss's remaining schedule is Florida at home, bye week, then they go at Mississippi State. The only trap game I see in there is at Mississippi State, because Mississippi State can score a lot of points, and Ole Miss's defense in the SEC tends to give up some points. So barring something crazy, I don't see Ole Miss losing, but again, there's a threat there, right? Georgia, there's 2 threats there. They play Texas, and they play Georgia Tech at the end of the year. Maybe Georgia Tech surprises somebody. Alabama, they're playing Oklahoma this week. Next week, they play another team I think they play one more matchup because, they play a rivalry game versus at Auburn. I know. Y'all are looking at it saying, there's no way they lose to Auburn. That is a rivalry game. It is. Alabama's far superior. I think they're going to kick the snot out of them. So with a win over Oklahoma, they have secured, in my opinion, the SEC championship. Against who? Well, let's get there. Number 3, Indiana. I'm going to come back to them. Number 2, Texas A&M. AP poll finally got it right. The only SEC undefeated team. I've mentioned that before. People are like, no. Like, Alabama is also undefeated in the SEC. No. The only SEC team in general that has not lost a game, no matter what it is. That's super impressive. They haven't played anybody. What? They haven't played anybody? You're crazy. Number 1, Ohio State. Ohio State, like I mentioned before, after that Washington game, you don't have to watch them. You can turn on, if you like the Bengals, you can turn on the Bengals and watch Joe Flacco throw for 400 yards. Like, they've got 6 or 7 weeks to game plan for Michigan. So no need to put eyes on them. They're going to be undefeated until Michigan, and then we'll see what happens there. But even if they lose that game, they're still going to play Indiana. But if they lose the game versus Michigan and Indiana wins out, then Indiana's going to be number 1 at the end of the year. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. That's not right. If Indiana wins out the rest of the year and Ohio State loses to Michigan, and additionally, Texas A&M wins out, which is more difficult than the rest, then A&M will be number 1 and Indiana number 2 and Ohio State number 3. Just prepare for that. I know Big Ten has a pretty big head, so I'm sorry if that pisses you off, but yes, I prefer an SEC schedule.